Oh shit, that shit goes live as soon as you press it. Alright, we're going. Right. Kal halal
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKodash.
and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And we back out again this week. You see our prophecies are unfolding as usual. Beautiful things are happening, especially down there in the Middle East, but all throughout the world, man. Everything we see in this prophecy, man. You know, this place is falling apart, you know, chaos, and it's all leading towards the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai and that new kingdom, all right, which is the kingdom of heaven. So it's all beautiful. So we're gonna kick it off. Probably start off with. Let's see, you got something. You want something you want to bring first?
Yeah, I got something. Yeah.
Okay, and then we jump into second entrance.
It's Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that had the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is a spirit of prophecy.
Right, the spirit of prophecy, man. And the Lord, that's what the Lord has blessed us with, man. His prophecy. In fact, the prophecies of the Lord is exclusive. It's exclusive. Not only is the Bible, the biblical prophecies are exclusive. You ain't gonna find Bible prophecy nowhere else. That's why you get them goofy dudes, Emotep, or you know, what's the niggas called again? The black unconscious. They ain't got no prophecy. You can't go into the book of the dead and get no prophecies out of it.
There ain't no doing what the hell they want to do.
There ain't no prophecies. Even Islam, they like to, man, they ain't got no prophecies. The Quran doesn't have prophecies in it. Right? Like, they say Muhammad was a prophet. He wasn't a prophet. He didn't have no prophecies. You understand what I'm saying? The prophecies of the Bible are unique and only exist in the Bible, exactly as they are. And then the understanding of the prophecies has really only been given to certain select men, beginning with the apostles and elders, to break it down so that in the name of the Lord, because you got to proclaim these prophecies in his name. So when they come to pass, you understand, okay, that was his men, and it's the word of the Lord that came to the pass, and not the word of no idol. That's why them Christians, they ain't got the prophecy right. That's why Volker Malone don't want to really deal with prophecy. All right? Yeah, go on.
It's the book of Isaiah 34 and 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and lead. No one of these shall fail, none shall want are met. For my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them.
Right, we don't need no other books. There's only one holy book, which the word holy means separated. The word of the Most High is separated from all other words, from all other books. Now you got certain guys now, you know, they get perverse spirits on them. They start bugging out, then they start going into wayward books. Next thing you know, they got a next name, they got next this breakdown and that breakdown. We ain't dealing with that. And you know what, like, we're in the time in this thing that we don't even entertain them dudes, man. At the end of the day, they're just adding to the long list of folly that's out there in the world. So if you want to go follow them, go follow them. We're us, man, over here. We're not going to lose sleep. If you want to go follow these wayward dudes that's coming out with some bugged out doctrines, and that's in your spirit to do that, then go do it. Just like the mark of the beast. Listen, we warn you that the mark of the beast is the implantable RFID chip. Oh no, it's not. Well, go take 3 then. It's not me. We're not going to lose sleep. Listen, we warned you. We told you what it is. If you're 100% believe within yourself that it's the implantable RFID chip is not the MOTP, then take 3. Take one in each arm and one up your ass, man, and keep it pushing. We're not getting. Listen, we ain't got time for that. We just gonna bring it out like it is.
We're gonna stay on course. We're gonna continue the things that elders and apostles have taught us, man. You know, and you can see it's the Lord at work, you know, making these bug out, man.
Yeah,
taking everything away from them.
And they always got a problem with the apostles and elders, man. And them men are pillars in this ministry, man. Pillars. The consistency, the spiritual consistency of these men and integrity is without question. Then you get some random bug out who ain't done nothing for the ministry. Is a heathen or trying to disrespect the apostles and elders, man. But like I said, we don't really. You guys are just. I mean, we don't even take you seriously, man. Who are you?
You got ancient elders coming back out of the woodwork, acting like they never left, like they're gonna, you know, clean everything up and all this kind of.
And where you been at? Where
Like,
you been? There's no consistency from these guys. They disappeared or I'm off grid.
but that's what I'm saying. Because you said that I was supposed to be the pillars of this thing, man. And it's true. These guys dipped out as soon as their faith broke.
Yeah.
They ducked out, man. Went back into the world, and now they've got nothing better to do
Now they're
right
trying
now.
to come back in, trying to throw around some kind of authority, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Right, what I'm saying?
Yeah, go on.
It's Matthew chapter 13 from verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Certain man ain't gonna get this, man. Certain man just ain't gonna get this. That's something that you're taught from the very beginning. Certain man, even among our own people, are just not gonna get it. Some man, it look like they get it, and then they lose it because they never really had it in the first place, and you see that.
Stony ground.
And we've seen them guys all the time. And one thing we do know about these Jews is a lot of these guys that they buck up and start acting madness and come away with doctrines, they disappear. You give it like 6 months, 8 months, they disappear. And apparently they were the men. They had all the truth, but they just they fade out. They like them. They're like them one-hit wonder dudes. You know them dons that come up with a big track and they get all their attention, and then like nobody knows them. Them man, we were walking down the street 5 years later and no one can recognize them.
Yep.
Because they had that one-hit wonder, then they disappeared. They fell off. That's these dudes.
Their fire went out. The oil ran out. Finished.
Waste, man. That's all it is.
But if we made the mistake now and jumped ship with them, where the fuck would we be now?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
What happened to all them dudes that were teaching flat Earth? Where they at, man?
They fell off.
Yeah, them man must have went to find the ice wall, man. It's mad out here, man. So look, man, you guys that's locked in and that's really listening to that's good. The Lord has blessed you, man. And stay locked in. But hey, listen, you want to go listen to them guys, we can only warn you under the pain of death. But hey, do that. if that's what you really want to do, go listen to these clowns, man.
Yep. It's verse 12. So for whosoever have, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away even that he have. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing, see not.
And that's the majority of our people. They have eyes to see, but they don't really see spiritually. The Lord hasn't opened things up to them. That's why they can't see certain things. That's why to this day, man are bucking up against the fact that you're gonna have Israelites that look like the other nations. You go, listen. I know it's extremely irksome, but you're gonna have Israelites that look, speak, and dress just like them Amalek. But really, they're an Israelite. Because you had Israel, even in the history. I mean, I'm going into recent history. Don't you know that there's records that you had actual Jews? Because when you go into it, the Sephardic Jews were actually Israelites who retained the identity of being a Jew. See, when you go into history, certain Jake retained the identity of being a Jew. Certain Jake took upon themselves a different identity. Like they call themselves a Moor, or they might end up in Greece. Now they're calling themselves a Greek. Now they're Christian. They got a different moniker, or I'm English. There were certain of our people that kept the moniker of being a Jew. And that's why when you go into the Middle Ages, sometimes it can be difficult to distinguish when it's talking about our people who are still considering themselves to be Jews and these guys, because these guys came in and kind of blended themselves into that historical line. So when you go, it's even recorded in the Lost Tribes and Promised Lands. It's recorded how you had a Jew. I'm not going to say a so-called Jew because he was a real Jew. You had one of our people that was in the court at Cordoba in Spain. Now the court of Cordoba in Spain was a Moor court. So really what you had was an Israelite who was calling himself a Muslim. They were running things, but they had another Israelite who was identifying as a Jew in the court underneath him. Right? Now the issue they had at that time was there was no Jewish kingdom. What does it mean by Jewish kingdom? There wasn't a kingdom where it was Israelites calling themselves Jews who believed in the Torah, who were ruling and running things according to the Torah. All the kingdoms that existed, it was all under Christianity at the time or Islam. And so the Israelites who were still calling themselves Jews had to live under these conditions. So it's like I'm living in this kingdom. I'm calling myself a Jew, but I'm under what they call it, Christendom. Or if you're my man, I forgot his name. He was in the court at Cordoba. He's rolling with guys that are Muslim, but he's a Jew in his religion, and he held fast to that identity. Now he heard of a rumor of a people of Jews that were living up in the Khazarian region. It came to the court of Cordoba that there's a nation of people who are basically Jews.
Practice the ways.
And he was like, "Raw." He was like, "Raw. There's a place where basically man them are rolling with the same, and it's my people." So he wrote a letter saying, "Listen, man, if this is true, I will take me and my whole family, and we're gonna go there." But then it's recorded that there was a bit of sadness because when man went there, they found out that man were converts, that it wasn't a kingdom of their kindred who were taken upon them. Because when you go into the history, Kagan Bullen, who was the king of the Khazars, he took upon himself the religion of the Jews and converted his people, like Herod. And they converted their people over onto the religion of the Jews. So what point I'm trying to make is you had Israelites who were Jews that went up in and among them and were preferring to live among them, because they were like, I'd rather live here among man that's under these customs than be among the Muslims or among the Christendom. So then you're gonna have Israelites scattered among even them Khazarians. And then what happened is when the Khazarians came into Europe and they settled mainly in Eastern Europe, they started mingling with the so-called Sephardic. Now the Sephardic were actually Israelites. So when they were mingling, right, that's why you're gonna have some of them that actually are Israelites, because the Sephardic Jews were actually the real Jake that were in Spain. So, but they've messed up the whole bloodline because they start going by mother's bloodline. There's not even no point trying to trace it. But you are gonna have Israelites that's among them too, and we can't deny that. Okay, go on.
It's the book of Tobit 13:3. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he has scattered us among them.
We're scattered among all these nations. You know, Israel is swallowed up among these nations. So if they were in and among Amalek, and they're breeding up Amalek's girl, putting the girl them under real pressure, the girl might come out looking like Ben Ayun. You know what I mean? The girl might, the youth them are gonna come out looking funny looking, but they're actually Israelites, man. And there's examples of that we say like Kirk Douglas. More than likely could be a Jake, but he's supposed to be a so-called Jew. All right. Oh, the other goody, I think he's a Jake, man. That what's his name? Rosenthal, middle dude that plays Punisher.
Oh yeah.
That dude could be a Jake, man. That dude could be a Jake. So we're not even ignorant of that. That even among our greatest of enemies, we got seeds scattered among them, and they're gonna look like them. They're gonna talk like them. But if they're of the elect, guess what? They're gonna be drawn back out of them, and that's our faith. But some mans, they can't see that. Why? Because their spirit, they're blinded to that spiritual fact. Yep. Just like some man can't see that America's Babylon and so on and so forth. They stumbled in these scriptures. It has to be written plain for them. They can't see the spiritualness. Some man can't even get that the so-called white man is Esau Edom. They can't even get that.
All the evidence points at him.
The serpent. Japhet. Listen, the whole world ain't looking at them Aborigines in Australia like, yo, you the devil. You're a liar. Everyone's doing videos. These men are liars. They always lying. Who's getting videos made from them unilaterally saying these men are liars, them men are always doing this, they're always doing that? It's only the so-called white man. Even there was a video I was watching with that Nigerian, which is just Jake. Godfrey. Godfrey's a Jake, man. Yeah. And he had some Elamites on his show, so-called Elamites, and they were like, hey, we're not even Hindus. The white man called us Hindus. It was a mispronunciation of Indus. We're not Hindus. And I was like, damn. And then Godfrey's like, damn, these fucking white people just went. But again, do you see my point?
Mm.
Everyone can have that PTSD. Like, yo, this man really done fuck with everyone. They weren't Japhet. So how can Japhet be the so-called white man be Japhet?
Like, Japheth not even played like a major part in prophecy really at all. To be honest, you know, Esau does
Bro, we might fuck around and forget to put Japhet in slavery, blood. Like, I'm only joking. That's a joke. I mean, like, do we even talk about Japhet? No one even talks about it. Them man are just out there, big ass dudes that fight a lot, man. We don't really know any. You know what I mean? You might forget, like, oh shit, man. Them fuckers there, like, we still left them on the islands and shit. We need to go put them man in slavery, man.
Esau is doing all this madness, man. Not Japheth. You know?
Yeah.
So anyway, back in Matthew 13 and verse 13. To therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
Right, because at the end of the day, if you truly understand this truth and you believe, you're going to be saved. That's the algorithm. Because the Lord has promised that. There's no way you can hear this word, understand it, and believe and not be saved. That's not in the algorithm. That would make the Most High a liar. If you hear this word, you understand, and you believe, you have faith, your salvation is part of the algorithm. It's if you don't believe, if you don't understand, that's where you get destroyed, right? So that's why 2/3 of our people, they're not going to hear, believe, understand.
Because this is part of the sealing, you know, the sealing of the elect. And Most High, you know, Yahweh Hashem is giving you this knowledge to understand, to receive it, man, so you can be sealed at the end. It's those that can't retain all of that. They can't retain the understanding. They can't, you know, they don't still believe. You know, and that's why you get these fall outs and these bug outs, man. Because the scripture speaks about endurance to the end. The saying shall be saved.
Yeah, a lot of these motherfuckers, man, they lack faith, like the scripture says. The Lord is delaying their coming, and they bug out for one reason or another, and it's an excuse to go and live their life the way they want to live it. That's all it is, man. We've seen it. Even some of these motherfuckers that stick around, they claim they're doing the work of the ministry, but they want to do the ministry the way they want to do it, to fulfill their own lust. That's why niggas is in the club on the Passover and doing doing this and doing that, and a day in the life of, then you know who I'm talking about. Them niggas is doing it how they want to do it. They didn't want to be under the discipline of what the ministry actually is. So they're finding a way to do things the way they want to do it. That's all it is.
It speaks about they profess that they know me, but in works they deny me. But they want to do things their own way, not the way the Lord said for us to do. You know, they want to incorporate the world into this ministry and things like that. Well, the world's got nothing to do with this ministry, man. We were taken out of the world.
Exactly.
You know?
But that's what the word holy means, to be separate, you know?
Yep.
But niggas just want to be in the world, man. But the world's about to be, listen, even over there in Palestine, them man are already in lamentations and woes. And that's just the beginning. What's happened there in Palestine is going to happen in the whole world. We were just talking about this before camp. The march and then the children. Oh, Lord, the children. Well, we're not hypocrites. We're not here to cry about the children, because at the end of the day, we're going to put them children in slavery, man. So we're not going to be hypocrites and act like we're out here to save all the children, because we're not. Like, I can promise you that the children are not going to be saved. The children are going into slavery. All the children from the baby upward are going into slavery in our kingdom. I'll just be honest. We're not going to be like vocab Malone and pretend. The only reason we mention it is because them man have brought that moral standard to us and try to shame us, but then they don't keep that same energy. We're not out here, let's make it clear, we're not advocates for the Palestinian people. The Palestinian people are heathens and idolaters, and they're going into judgment, and we're going to bring judgment on them too.
They're enemies of the Lord, us too, man.
The Lord ain't with them.
You know, and the Lord always speaks about man within child.
And we've made that clear.
No respect to a person.
But hold on, we've made that clear.
You don't descend from
we've
that.
We've not flip-flopped on that. We're not all of a sudden
singing
salvation for the Palestinians. But what we will admit is Them man are doing them Palestinians dirty. And you man was talking like you lot were on that Oakley Dokley shit. Oakley Dokley. That Ned Flanders thing. And then all of a sudden you went from Ned Flanders to the Punisher. Man turned from Ned Flanders to the Punisher. I get him, I knock him down. They don't get back up. You know,
That's a wild transformation, bro.
they went from Oakley Dokley to the Punisher. Oh, the man turned into Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, in Commando. You know when he was just moving and just murking man, killing man on the plane and all that. It's mad. We've never had that. We've never put anyone under the disillusion that there's not pain coming to the other nations, including the children. In fact, one of the main scriptures we read, can we get that in Psalms 1? Is it 137 and 9? Which vocab had a problem with. Oh, see? And we're reading it from the Bible. And he still tried to make it personal. Like, oh, see? These men are wicked. Brother, there's enough youths with their yoke hanging out of their head right now in Palestine. And you said that was good. You said that was justified. Yeah. Their yoke is hanging out, blood. You know when you crack an egg and the yolk just flop out onto the pan? That's what's happening over there in Palestine.
You're in the hospital, man.
How much you think it takes to crush a baby's head and have the yolk coming out? That's what's happening in Palestine right now. And you co-sign that. Man had he's had 4 opportunities. Bare live stream the man had. The man's had nothing but so-called Jews on his live stream. Yeah, exposing Palestine, exposing Hamas. But not one live stream did he come out and say, oh, Oakley Dokley. What about peace?
But you know what? That reminds you of the scripture, man. Never trust our enemy, man, but how he will change his countenance. That's a wild transformation, man. From Ned Flanders to the Punisher is a mad transformation.
I don't hear no talk
and that ain't even the worst of it yet.
He ain't campaigning for peace. He ain't saying
ceasefire.
Forgive. Where's the forgiveness? Hold on, hold on. What about turn the other cheek?
He ain't going down there with no aid.
But what about turn the other cheek? You know that well, you gotta turn the other cheek. Yeah. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
No, it's the IDFs.
Man said the Israeli state have a right to defend themselves.
But you don't even you're like a double hypocrite. You're like a maximum hypocrite, man. Because you don't even believe in those guys in the land.
Disgusting.
You're like you're a fucking serpent, man.
You're a paradox. You're a walking paradox. You're a Christian Zionist, and replacement theology is all in your brain. That's a paradox. They shouldn't even exist in the same space. But with you it does, because you're inconsistent. We're very consistent because our Lord is consistent. Yep. The word is consistent, and when you deal with the word, you're consistent, man. So we ain't pretending out here that we're against babies getting killed. No, we're not against that, because the Bible tells you there's a time for everything. It's what it judges it is whether it's a righteous, because the Bible says thou shalt not murder. There's a difference between murder and killing. Those are 2 different things. So it's just like hate. Hate is not neither evil nor good. Because the Bible tells you to hate the evil and love the good. What happens if you love evil? Well, that's an evil thing. So
you hate good.
But these man unilaterally say hate is a bad thing. Then what are you doing in Palestine right now? That's not love.
Love goals.
That's not the fruits of the spirit. Fruits of the spirit. Fucking Oakley Dokley ass bitch ass motherfuckers, man. That's why when we get you in slavery, man, there's not gonna be no talking. Because we see through the serpent. That mask, that Oakley Dokley that you put on to try and desensitize Jake and try and make Jake soft. Put the guard down. Put their guard down. Oh, the workman. So look, he's Oakley Dokley now. He loves everybody. He just wants everybody. No. We ain't gonna play them games. When we get you in the kingdom, man, we're gonna be coming on some real, like, you're gonna get punished, man, and we're gonna be cold. That's gonna make you feel so hopeless. The way with how cold we're gonna be with you, the way you're gonna see the hate in our eyes and the fact that we don't care about you, man.
Because you Edomites know, man, you're the nation that is in need of the most fucking mercy, man, and you ain't getting none.
You ain't gonna get no mercy, man.
You know, even the small hats know that, and there's under the Bible dictionary, they know that about Edom.
You're gonna get no mercy, man. You're gonna get dealt with.
This is in the book of Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter hand shall be that he perish forever.
That coincides with Obadiah. You know, because Amalek is just a tribe of Edom, right? But the whole Edom are going to get done away with. They're going to perish forever.
Hey, we got Psalms 137 and thing. Because you see, it's funny because you see how these men are quick to be killing everyone else's children. It's funny because the Most High is poetic.
They're hesitant, though, isn't it?
Oh,
They're
hesitant.
Yeah,
They listen. These men are such devils. That man said, yeah, the Hamas are putting somehow they just know Hamas is putting all their military equipment inside a hospital somewhere because they know that Israel's going to be hesitant to do it. Bro, the next day they bomb 1,500 targets. How is that hesitance? In what world is it hesitant? How would Hamas think it's a good idea to hide in a hospital when you man blow up a hospital like it's nothing?
And then man didn't want to make an announcement for the Palestinians to leave or nothing like that. They didn't want to do that initially. They were just bombing the shit out of it. They weren't giving no warning.
Joke. It's a joke thing. It's a joke thing. The whole thing's a joke.
Charade,
but you know what? It's good because when you get what's coming to you, because the Bible says you reap what you sow. When your babies are getting killed, and I'm not saying we're going to kill your babies now. I'm saying it's the judgment of the Lord. The Messiah is going to come and lead that charge. You can't say nothing because it's going to be a righteous judgment because you are going to receive of what you did. God is not mocked. You've been killing the babies of the Israelites for the longest. Forget about the Palestinians, man. Just God alone, you man have got to pay for that. Man, kill Billy like Predator, you know.
This is the book of Psalms 107. I'm sorry, from 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
That's you, Edomites. The Bible says, remember it. See, they don't want us to remember the acts of Esau, Edom. They can remember shit, but we can't remember the Alamo. They don't want us to remember all the madness that these men have done to our people. And when I say our people, I'm not just talking about the so-called Negroid tribes, because they want to. That's what he tries to do. We said, yo, bro, we're not black Hebrew Israelites. We're Hebrew Israelites. No, it's black Hebrew Israelism. And it starts putting his terminology on us to try and marginalize us. How are we black Hebrew Israelites when Gad is not considered to be black?
Latinos.
What? They're not considered to be black. Most of the tribes are not even considered to be black. So how are we labeled as the black Hebrew Israelites? Because you're trying to marginalize us and again control the narrative, like the devil's been doing for the last 500 years. Yep. So-called white supremacy at its finest. We're telling you, no, we're not black Hebrew Israelites, bro. You just ignore it. No.
Never address it. You know, we got people in the Canada like you. You know, it's never been about that. But it's the narrative that you need to push. You know, your masters are telling you to push. Yep.
As goes on to say, lest it, even to the foundation thereof.
So we're not even meant to forget about these things. These are ancient time ago, man. We're not even meant to forget about these things, man.
You know why they were hating? Because Jerusalem was greater than anything Edom ever built. They were always playing second fiddle, man. Where was the greatness? Like, I'm talking about the land of Edom. What greatness did they build?
Stories of
the temple was known as one of the 7 wonders of the world. What the hell did they build? That's why they were hating. We know what them Edomites are like. They don't like to see Jake doing nothing. We were styling on y'all, man, and he didn't like it. So like, yeah, make sure you destroy it. Yeah, you hating ass demons, man.
Yeah, so all the gold and shit.
But that's all right, because we're gonna destroy all your temples and all your buildings, pursuant to Malachi, the first chapter. You shall build, but the Lord is gonna throw down, and that's getting set up right now through this the arrogancy of the Israeli state. They don't even know that they think they're in control, but they're making the steps towards their own ultimate destruction, man. You see all these Israelis over there celebrating the death of the Palestinians. They don't even know the snare is being set. The Lord is walking you into your own destruction. Y'all gonna die over there, man. Terrible.
Because the beautiful thing is, man, the Most High don't care about either nations, man. You're there as pawns in your fodder for the Most High's greater plan. So you don't care who's putting to death this side, that side, don't matter. But the Lord's laughing at both of y'all. You think the Most High ain't down with killing the babies and all this kind of stuff, but the Most High is the one that's making it happen right now. And you Israelis think you got the upper hand right now, but you ain't gonna be in that position forever. It's gonna be you feeling what they're feeling right now.
Worse.
You know? Yeah.
You're gonna be surrounded by a bunch of crazy Arabs, man, and they all hate you, man, as they should. As they should. Everybody should hate you. You were made to be hated. You're disgusting.
Well, in the scriptures, Obadiah told you despised among the nation, man. That's why everyone's got shit to say about you, man.
No, the whole world, literally the whole world, social media, they can't even control the algorithm. The algorithm is out of control because everyone's just looking at the hypocrisy and it's like, yo, the whole world is like outside of the West is unilaterally, unanimously like, yo, these men are some devils. The only one that defended this man in the UN was the United States of Amalek. Hold on.
O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, as thou as served us.
Right, yo, listen, it says we're gonna be happy. We're not gonna be mourning. What does it mean to reward you as you served us? Listen, I've seen the chains. I come from the islands. Remember, there was a room in my school where they had chains and that in the room. I've been to the sugar plantation. Remember, my granddad took me to the old sugar plantation with the big concrete guts where all the molasses used to come down. We know the history. What you did to our people, man. The pain, the beatings, the fear that our people live under. The tortures. What you did in the Congo, taking off man's hands. You did that to man. The atrocities you committed against our people is innumerable. Even the Rasta man them say the half has never been told because it can't. Even when you record this massacre, that ain't every massacre gonna get recorded. Ain't every instance of Jake suffering at the hands of this Edomite been recorded. It can't be. There ain't enough books to record everything you did to our people. The Bible said, happy shall he be who rewardeth you. Meaning we're going to be happy to do the same to you. We're going to be happy to torture you, to have you under terror, knowing that you have a cruel Lord and you under real terror. Because you know that we're gonna bring it to you. And worst thing is it's gonna be righteous. If you read in them books about Jake, like if you heard that something happened to a so-called white person and you was a Jake, you were instantly in terrible fear because you know that them crackers will, a cracker will just blame it on a Negro. The Wrath. They would just say a Negro did it. As soon as them man even, because a lot of crackers got away with crimes by spreading the rumor they saw a black man. Them man don't want to hear nothing else.
Some just want to see a black guy lynched, man.
And then they don't care if it's the right.
No,
they don't care if it's
the. Want to see a lynching.
Every nigga's the right nigga. Yep. He fit the. So a lot of them Jakes were lynched, and it weren't even them because that's why you was in fear. If you heard, you needed to get home quick because a man could just say, "Oh, it was him," and then like, no man ain't asking no questions. You might not even been in the area. The police ain't even allowed to do an investigation to prove your innocency or your guilt. Come here, and that's it, bro. That man are cutting your rod off and doing all kind of madness to you. Well, you're gonna be tortured the same way in the kingdom, in righteousness, and we're gonna be happy. We're gonna feel good about doing that.
Sirach 25 verse 7. There be 9 things which I rejoice in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
We're gonna live to see the fall, and we're gonna, while you're in slavery working hard, brothers is gonna be standing just like this. Man might have a nice gin in his hand, you know, sipping on something nice, and brothers is just gonna be there. All you hear is a whip crack, and man will be smirking while in the mid conversation. Like, this nigga crying, man. We're gonna be like that, man. We're gonna look at this motherfucker, man. That one sting, didn't it? That one was hurt. We're not gonna be your children gonna be there with you, stinging them little bastards as well, man. And we're gonna be, look, man, vocab, you can clip this all you want. This is the truth. We're telling you, read it again. Happy. Let's read it again.
O daughter of Babylon.
You know how happy we're gonna be? We're gonna be happy like a little kid when your father took you to the sweetie store. You know that's the kind of feelings, man. It'll take you to the toy store. You get all happy, man.
Say, happy shall it be that rewardeth thee as thou as served us.
That's it. And the thing is, yeah, if you're so okely dokely, then you should be all right, isn't it? If you were so okely dokely, love thy neighbor, you know, fruits of the spirit, love your brother, all that okely dokely that you be preaching to us. If that's how you Edomites have been living on the earth, then what have you got to worry about? If the scripture says we're going to serve you as you served us, and it's locked in the spirit, that's what it's going to be. We can't make it any different. Then if you ain't done nothing to us untoward, then I'm just talking right now. Nothing can happen, because everything that happens has to happen according to the will and the word of the Heavenly Father. If you had done good to us, and I say I'm going to do evil, how can I do evil when the scriptures say that I have to do what you did? Then that means I'm going to be bound by the spirit, by the algorithm, to do good unto you.
Yeah, but you know as well as everybody else do, man, you've been nothing but the devil on this planet since you've been in power, man.
Yeah, doing it against the word, it means you're all contrary to the will of the Heavenly Father.
This is why you make up things like manifest destiny and might is right and all this kind of stuff. God is for us because the Most High allowed
That
it
was
to
the
happen.
past.
You know, you think your right just justify the law was with that, and yeah, he was with it to a degree. It don't mean you don't get punished for it though.
Yeah, because you didn't do it in righteousness. Because a man could do evil, it's the will, the Lord set it up for evil, but you could get judged for that. Because you still have to pay for what you did.
Yeah,
that's why you have to
and the injustice that you cause, man, and the blasphemies you've spoken.
Oh, mad blasphemy.
You know, so you don't think you get to, like we say, run up into the sunset, man, thinking that you'll never have to pay for the shit you did. That's not how the Most High operates, man. The Lord is not mocked.
Yeah, whatsoever man sow, that shall he reap. Now you might say, but if you guys put man in slavery, listen, slavery in itself is not an evil. You evens are supposed to be our servants. You committed a crime by putting us in slavery, because that was wrong. That's determined by the Most High.
What world does it make sense you put the Most High's children in slavery?
Come on, we're supposed to be the kings.
Oh man, how do you think you get away with that? That makes any sense, man. Like I said, Most High is okay with slavery. He has it set up in the earth.
But
man.
the thing is, it wasn't even just slavery. It was the brutality. It's not just slavery. Listen, if we were just in slavery, then why did you try to erase our history? Like you didn't just put us in slavery, bro. You were doing madness. You abused us. You could have someone in slavery and not abuse them. Abraham's slaves, he wasn't abusing his slaves. You abused us, man. Yep. You broke us down. And look at Jake today. The reason why the nigger exists is because the nigger is a product of you. The nigger is a direct product of the so-called white man's destructive subversion of a man's mind, spirit, and soul. You purposely destroyed and sullied the soul of our people. Butt breaking and all sorts. Like, what's that? How's that slavery? Yeah, can't.
It's the book of Numbers 23 and 19. Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. As he said, and he shall he not do it? Or as he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
The Lord's going to make it good. We're going to receive justice. We're going to receive vengeance. Yeah, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. There is no statutes. That's your world. There is no statute of limitation with the Most High and His judgment, and that's proven in the scriptures. And Amalek is an example of that. The Lord waited generate. This is what I'm saying. You could go into the Bible and pull out the example. Amalek attacked Israel during the time of Moses. Amalek didn't pay for that until the time of Saul. Do you know how many generations that is? There was no one alive from the time of Moses during the time of Saul.
The fact that it was in Egypt for 400 years before the Most High decided to judge them.
And even their babies got dealt with.
Yeah.
And that was righteous.
So time is not a restriction to the Heavenly Father, man. You don't get to decide how long something's been, man, and if it should be forgotten or not. The audacity, you know. Most High ain't forgetting none of it, man. He's going to avenge his children, man.
Promised.
You know?
Now, the reason your Christianity doesn't deal with revenge, because you don't have no one to take revenge against. That's why revenge is not a part of your doctrine that you like to speak of. Neither is real salvation from a particular people. Because who the hell do you need to be saved from? You're the fucking criminal. You're the villain.
From the cells.
You didn't save from the sun. That's what you saved from. Fucking devils, man. That's why it's not a part. But guess what? It's a part of our doctrine because we're the real Israelites, and we do have an enemy that hateth us, which is you, Oakley, Mr. Oakley Dokley, Ned Flanders, man. Ned Flanders is the devil.
It's Amos chapter 1 verse 11. As it does say the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and he cast off all pity.
Esau never had no pity on our children. When did Esau start having pity on children? Child get born into slavery, Esau slap a chain on him as soon as, you know what I'm saying? Separate the child from the mother.
Still doing that shit today.
Esau they had no pity. He's showing you he don't care. The Native American Indians, they had no Wounded Knee. The massacre of Wounded Knee, there was children there that they massacred. How did that happen? They massacred the children at Wounded Knee, and they justified it because there was a battle before that the same group of Gadites had won. So yeah, good that their man got dealt with.
And they weren't dealing with bombers where they just indiscriminately just blow everybody up. They had to go in.
Bayonets and bullets.
Yeah, and actually stab man up, shoot man, babies and all that kind of stuff up, man.
But that's all right.
Intentionally.
That's all right because okay, that's the way of war. Because we don't believe in war crimes. When we call you vocab war crimes alone, it's not because we believe there's such a thing as a war crime, because there isn't. It's war. Because we could go into the scriptures, a lot of things that our people did, Esau's morality of war crimes that could apply. Like for instance, David lined up the Ammonites. He lined them up. Now according to Esau, you're not allowed to kill captives, prisoners of war. You're not allowed to, according to Esau, which we know Esau does. But he says you're not allowed because he's so moral and he's so fucking humane. Yeah, hey, David lined up, took the Ammonites, and he said, yo, how are we going to deal with these guys? Let's depopulate these men. So line up one line and line up another line. The one line we'll keep alive, and the other line, we're going to fucking just chop their heads off and remove them. That, in today's world, Esau will say, oh, that's a war crime. Because, if it's David doing it.
He'll be in the front page news, all beheadings and all this stuff.
So when I say, like, when we say certain things, it's not because we apply that standard. We're just showing you that Esau invented that standard, and he don't even keep that standard himself, because he's a fucking hypocrite.
I believe there's not any record. I mean, we are in the war killing the children.
Oh hell no! Yeah, we did. No, but we did. In war, when he said to go in against Amalek, he said kill everyone. So that's not our standard. Listen, man, that's his standard. But he's a liar. That's the point. He said he don't. Oh, that's a war crime, but he does it. Because guess what? When we go to war against you, Edom, listen, man, I'm just being real with you. Let's read it, man. It's not out of my mouth. Let's finish off with Psalms 137. Because is this a war crime? Hey, man, come on. Fuck Esau. Our morality is not based upon the world and the false morality that Esau invents to try and make himself look like he's a bastion of fucking righteousness. Our righteousness is of the Lord, man.
Psalms 137 and 9. Happy shall he be that take and dashes thy little ones against the stones.
So this is the Most High. This is in the Bible. It's saying that a man is going to be happy when he gets an Edomite as a revenge. Gets an Edomite youth, yeah, and swing his head against a stone and broke the yoke out of his head. I didn't write that. I didn't come up with that. That's the Lord. He said that happy shall he be. Now you call that a war crime. We'll start crying about it. But what do? How many egg yolks have you broken over there throughout the history? Fuck out of here, man. That's why I ain't got time for it, man. I really ain't got time for it. You devils come up with that Oakley Dokley shit, man. You could fucking go suck your mother, man. Straight like that. We don't give a damn. Don't ever, that's why I say you Jakes out there, don't ever let these devils shame you into a false morality. We're not about false morality. We're about real morality in the scriptures, real judgment of what's right and wrong.
Because unlike these Christians, we actually believe in the scriptures and all its glory, and all the grittiness and everything, man. We believe in these scriptures, man. You make some PG version out of this, man.
But then you ain't living PG.
You know?
You ain't living PG. You're non-violent, but you're making all the weapons, most destructive weapons. Who invented hollow point bullets? No. But then, no, you're not allowed to use hollow point bullets in war. You invented them, and now you're making a rule you can't use them. But then you know you're gonna use them.
But inquisitions and all these shit.
They banned white phosphorus. You're not allowed to use white phosphorus as a weapon, and these men are just using it openly on TV.
Depleted uranium.
Come on, man. Come on. Esau just like my grandmother said. They're Mekla and Brekla. They make a law just for the sake of it, and then they'll break the same law that they make.
And these things, Esau is the one in charge of the laws, right? So if he decides one day that he wants to remove a law, he can.
Yeah, so
it doesn't mean nothing,
it doesn't
doesn't it?
count. No, it's just a piece
You
of paper.
can't remove the laws that are in the scriptures, man. They are.
You get these Negroes, they get pulled over by police here. They're like, oh, yeah, the Constitution says this, that, and the other. Listen,
I
brother.
don't give a shit about that.
Listen, brother. Like, you need to at the end of the day,
The guy in front of you is the law, right?
when the time of Jacob's trouble comes, yeah, ain't gonna be no fucking human rights, no Amnesty International is gonna deliver you from whatever the wrath that Esau has within him.
Judge Dredd,
And if you think that Esau won't commit acts of complete madness, insanity, and wrath, then I don't know what you think some piece of paper or something he wrote 5 years ago is gonna matter. Then you do you, man.
I mean, check what they were doing to them Iraqis during that war,
Yeah,
man. You know, man, pissing on them, they raping
And they
them,
were
man.
smiling, taking
Yeah,
pictures.
man. Look, come on, man.
Well,
Well, these devils have been caught red-handed so many times, man.
Guantanamo Bay is against human rights. These men are getting arrested with no trial and just being in there. They did that in front of the whole world. Anyway, go on up. Mad thing. Yeah, 1:30. If you finish there, okay. Yeah, go on. All right, you got something over here?
I mean, I had something, yeah.
Yeah. Bring that out as well, man. Yeah, so that I did a video on it, man. The time of Jacob's trouble. Like you Jakes out there that are lulled into a sense of security because you feel like there's enough Edomites that's on your side to stop anything bad happening to you. You need to realize that there is no Edomites on your side. That whole the Democrats are for black people and love black people and the Republicans are racist was all a game. That's all a game. That doesn't exist in reality. In the reality is you do not have friends. You do not have a savior or ally among these people. That whole political correctness was all designed to put you Jakes to sleep.
This is why
he just said nigger on TV. We need to fire him. We're against that. We're against racism. And you niggas feel, oh, there's some white people out there really trying to some token shit, man.
But that's why we was told to turn to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. That's the only one we should be looking to, man. Looking for. Right. Not these fucking devils, man. These devils ain't gonna fucking help us, man.
Fuck about you, man.
You know? They're quite happy with the status quo of you black people, man.
Listen, when they roll up in Chicago, them Chicago cities and try exterminating all you Negroes, let's see how much of them crackers is gonna say, oh no, that's not enough. They're gonna be like, yeah, get rid of them niggas. The niggas is a problem. They've been a problem. I think yeah, to make the world a better place, you need to get rid of them, and they're gonna be in complete agreement with it.
Yeah, just like you know that you feel like your Palestinians got to be done away with.
Yeah, like they're gonna be in agreement with it. The time of Jacob's trouble is a real thing, and Esau is gonna come with wrath, and that wrath is Esau. One thing we do know is Esau will always find a way to justify his wrath. That's historical. When has he not justified his wrath?
No. Oh, this is
Go.
Ecclesiasticus 12:10.
Yeah.
Never trust thine enemy.
You can't trust your enemies, even when they come with that okely dokely spirit. That okely dokely spirit is not his true nature. That soup kitchen spirit, that hippie spirit, Hare Krishna spirit.
That's why Scripture speaks about, Satan appearing as the angel of light. It's a facade. It's something to trick you. It's to deceive you. It's what the devil does, man. It's the game over and over again that you keep falling for. This act that he puts on, like he cares.
Good cop, bad cop.
He don't care.
The Esau plays that good cop, bad cop. So Biden was meant to be the good cop, and Trump was the bad cop. Trump racist, and I kept trying to work out what Trump was doing that was so racist. It's just the media. Everything Trump do, Trump farts. See, he hates black people, and I'm not saying Trump ain't a racist. I'm just saying here that what did Trump actually do that made him Hitler or some super racist, and then Biden's not racist? Well, Biden came up with the fucking crime bill that put you niggers disproportionately in jail for the rest of your fucking life. But it was just a game that they play. And then even with this Palestinian situation, you got all these Trump supporters They're saying, oh, it's a false flag. But then they support Trump. But Trump is supporting Israel. It just doesn't make no sense, man. Of course he is. Because Trump is a puppet just like Biden is a puppet. They're playing a game, a theater. When it all comes down to them, it's just the devil.
Playing every side.
And they're playing all the sides, man. There ain't a good devil. How could there be a good devil? You explain to me how a devil could be good. That's a fucking paradox, man.
The good devil is
That's the name of a good book, isn't it? Hey, yo, don't be making it. Hey, that was a joke. That was a joke. No, good devil enslaved them. He can't be no good, man. But they got Jake thinking they got skin in the game, and there's Edomites that's there for them. Esau be putting more black people in shows for no reason. Disproportionately, like here in the UK, we make up 3% of the population. If you notice what Esau started doing, he started putting more black faces on TV. And then so the rest of the Edomites are like, what the fuck is going on here? Every show, there has to be bare black people, even where they don't belong. Man will do a show about some random place like Lord of the Rings and throw bare black people in there when the guy that wrote it didn't have no black people in there. But they're doing it, yeah, because they trying to fool you, Jakes, into thinking we've incorporated you. We care about you. We care about your
one of us.
Your representation. Bro, Netflix is just putting niggas in anywhere. Just throwing niggas into like this don't even look right.
It's like them job rules, well, isn't it? Like, you know, minorities have got to be a percentage of the workforce, and that's what they're doing.
And crackers just get resentful and hateful, and they feel like they're losing their country because they turn on the TV and half the people on the TV are black, and it's like, hold on, these men represent 3%. So really, if you break it down, if you wanted real representation on the TV, there should only be 3% of the people on TV. Yeah. No, bro, that's 30%. There should be 3 for every 100. So for every 100 so-called white presenters there should be 3 black presenters. That's the reality of representation. There's so much, exactly. But it's the reason that Esau is inputting and changing characters. He's doing it on purpose to nullify you, Jake, to make it feel like you're getting somewhere and to rouse up his people for when they release that wrath back on you. Oh, we tried to make it work with these niggas. Look, there's fucking niggas and they're taking all of our jobs. Look, the nigger is Thor now. You know, they turned Thor into a black woman. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Even I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who asked for this? But that's why they're doing it. They're doing it to make you Jake, to make you Jake feel like they're doing something for you, but they really ain't doing nothing, man. Because they won't allow you to be an Israelite. Yeah, it's all just bullshit, man. Political correctness is one of the worst things that happened.
It's like a gift to show at the heart, man. You know, you've got you Jake Fool, man, thinking that you're safe among these Edomites, man. You're not fucking safe, man.
Behind closed doors, they still have evil in their heart against you. It's just that now they don't say it straight up like how they used to.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they've changed.
More subtle. Which is his nature.
The serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Right? You know, he got better at it. He ain't got worse, he got better at it. You know? But it all has to come to a head at some point.
Yeah, crackers are pissed, man. Of all the Black Lives Matter being allowed to protest and do foolishness. They when they see that shit, they get angry. They're like, how are these niggas allowed to just burn shit down and it's okay?
Why they're getting demonized by their own people.
And it's a fucking criminal as well. That's what makes Esau even angrier. They're like, oh, they're doing all this for a fucking criminal?
Yeah.
Even we're like, yo, this is crazy. But it's all orchestrated. Go on now.
Real quick right there. Ecclesiasticus 14 and the 5 and stuff. 5 will say, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envies himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth in unwillingly.
Right? When Esau does good or seems to do good, it's not for your gain.
It's an ulterior motive.
Yeah, it's for his gain. Right? It's his ultimate pain.
Like you know? the subprime market. They were handing out them cheap mortgages to all these Negroes, and they were like, "Yeah, we're getting on the property ladder." Then 3 years later, they collapsed it, and put them man in default. Esau's the devil, man. Esau's the devil. Esau's always gonna catch you on the back end, man. Pause. That's how it is. That's how it is.
In Esau's world, which this is, he don't lose. He don't lose, man. If he done you, if you feel like he done something good, man, that's not. He benefited more than you did.
Or he's gonna find a way to get it back off you, man. Set you up. It's a jack. He's setting you up for a bigger shot.
As goes on say, and at the last, he will declare his wickedness.
So you want to see the results or the fruits of everything that he's done. You know, all these so-called good gestures that he's done. You gonna see the results of all that, man, because you're gonna put a fucking MOTB in you, man, and then you fucking enslaved and destroyed.
Yeah.
You know,
And he's
what
gonna
you're
put
do.
in his own people too.
Yep. Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about these lower level Edomites, man. They wanna depopulate them as well.
They're draining on resources as well, man.
But how do they want to exterminate so-called black people when they're giving white people you know what? Because you're a fucking idiot, man. They don't give a damn about John from fucking Hackney. That motherfucker's surplus to fucking requirements any fucking way. They've never cared about the lower level of their people, man. They send them to war, have them get killed too. They sacrifice them in the wars too on the front line. They don't give a fuck. These elites, useless eaters, they call them, which they are.
Ecclesiasticus 12, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and he go crouching,
Oakley dokely. Them oakley dokely ass crackers, man.
Coming humble.
They come in humble like we're equal. That's the humble. Oh, we're equal. Me and you, we're equal. You know, hey, look, I just find it. I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible that this racist and you know the racism needs to be stomped out.
We believe the same.
They'll come with all the chat. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're just waiting their time. They're just trying to soften you up. They're trying to get you to get your guard down. They're trying to gain your confidence. That's the way of a con man. A con man is trying to gain your confidence, man. It's no different than a man that's just trying to get the pussy and they tell the bitch what she wants to hear. Oh, you the queen. Oh, I'm gonna marry you. Oh, this, that, and the other. Man ain't gonna sign no contract though. They're just gonna tell you them sweet nothings. Next thing you know, man's blowing that back out, and then you calling him up like man leave in the morning. You ain't seen man again. You ain't seen him again, never. He just told you what you needed to hear to get to that sweet punani, and he blew that back out and he skipped out on road. That's Esau. Esau will tell you what you want to hear.
Psalms 55 verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Esau would tell you all the nice things. The Native American Indians learned that. They would tell you justice and we're gonna sign this agreement and this really look, man, they were gonna kill you and take the land, man.
But learned it too late. You know? It's now they can only cry about it now. Just like you, Jake, can only cry about it in the street with the fucking black lives, you know, Black Lives Matter, all this shit. It's too late. Esau's done what he's done now, and he ain't going back to put you back.
And that's why he's known as the deceiver. Esau will do what and say whatever he's got to do to fulfill his lust. He's not a man of integrity or consistency. He's just a man of results.
Do as thou wilt.
It's just results. And whatever you got to do to get the results, he don't care. He will cheat, kill, steal, whatever. As long as he gets the results that he wants, he don't really give a damn.
Yep. He's a man of oops.
A man of what? Oops. Yeah, oops. And then turn out, oops, I didn't know that.
Says his words were softer than oil, yet were there drawn swords.
Yeah, man would talk sweet, and that's what these politicians are good at. They're good at talking like they care, they kiss the babies, what you know, they go around kissing babies and doing their charity events.
They don't answer straight questions, they're trying to get drawn into deep, controversial things usually.
Bro, these men are so rich. Listen, yeah. The reality is, yeah, you got London, right? Most of these people that's down bad in London, they don't take a lot of money to help them out. There's a lot of people that they're in a bad way and a few grand changes their life. A few grand and a little bit of help and guidance and their life can be changed. A few grand. Now let's put money into context, yeah? $1 million, right? £1 million is a 1,000, right? So you could give 1 million people £1,000 and that'll cost you 1 million. Let's think about that, yeah? All right. What's a billion? It's 1,000 million.
That's 100,000 million. 100,000. You can give everyone 100,000.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so these people have massive amounts of wealth. When you see them doing this philanthropy, It's not real because they have enough wealth that the Prince of Wales could literally go through London and one by one said, okay, yeah, I'll put down the money to help this struggling family. They're gonna be right. We're gonna help these lot out for real help them. Like get them out of a bad way. Not help them to survive, but we're really gonna help them. They ain't doing shit, man. They could really help people out here. They've got the money to really go and help people. They're not doing that. They're faking it with all this fake charity shit.
The only help you see is what they show on the TV. When you look around the area, like nothing's really changed. Things are pretty much the same. Oh, they built a well here. Okay, so some men are drinking or whatever the case may be, but they're still fucked. They're still,
Certain of these men
can go to school or whatever.
Can build a well everywhere in Africa. They got the money for that, and they won't even touch their wealth to be able to do that. And so why have you got people trying to beg money from you on the TV to build wells when the Prince of Wales could build all the wells? You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. These people are bullshit artists, man. If they really wanted to help the poor, they could and still be rich. They're just assholes, man. But they'll do a little token gesture here and there and act like they're about it. They're not about nothing, man. Or no, bullshit.
Oh, I donated £100,000.
Yeah, to some death program. Like you got the Worldwide Fund. That's a land grab. They fund the Worldwide Fund is a way for them to grab land all around the world, and they now they own the land through that fund. So it's bullshit. Red Cross and all this shit. Oh no.
It goes on to say, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt
beware.
So you should be supposed to be always on your guard around him, man. Yeah. Always. Don't let these tricks, get to you, man.
Man,
I'm so sorry.
We understand that historically we've medically, just experimented on you. And because of that, what we're going to do, we're going to make sure that you get this experimental thing first. Because we changed. So you could get it first. As a gesture of, are you looking, man? You're like, oh no.
That's like the opposite of what we want to
Hell to the no. We be alright, man. We
got to sit on these motherfuckers first.
You got to be crazy. Like, no, man, it's cool.
Do your own people first.
But then you had certain Hebrew Israelite camps that was telling you to trust that dude, man. Nah, I ain't trusting none of that, bro. We ain't testing faith. Because then now you take it, get ill, now you want to pray to the Most High. The Most High looking at you like, man.
But he already warned you.
Yo, no, bro. Tempt not the Lord. Tempt not the Lord thy God, bro. What the fuck you doing taking that for? And now you want to come pray for healing.
Things are written aforetime, are written for our learning, man. This is meant to give us wisdom in these moments of fucking trouble, right? Trusting this devil now at the fucking very end where he wants to wrap everything up. That's just fucking stupid, man. You don't want nothing to do with this devil. Anything he prescribing, you don't want.
He ain't trying to help you.
Because he only looking to fucking
kill.
It's going the same, man. To
overthrow.
Yeah, to overthrow you, man. That's what he's looking to do. And you gotta laugh about it, smirk, because that's what they're fucking doing now.
Yeah, they're laughing.
They're fucking laughing about it, man. They're having parties and shit. Having partying down
the shit. They were partying.
Yeah, fucking dickheads, man.
While your grandma was dying in hospital alone. Dying of loneliness.
Yeah.
Those mans were the real devil, man. And they got away with it too. In the ancient world, some heads would have got beheaded for that. It's like when you got a loved one and they're dying alone, and you don't even have a chance for closure or to, and someone caused that and they were partying, that's cause for some heads to roll.
And these motherfuckers, they were exempt from indemnities, man. You couldn't even sue for what fucking happened afterwards. It's crazy. From an experimental drug, right? You couldn't do nothing to these guys that provided that.
It's mad.
And you thought that was okay just to let loose out there. Well, these devils anyway, but you people thought it was a good idea to subscribe to that.
Yeah, because they trust this man is above board and he's got checks and balances and there's justice and they'll check this and check that. These men are devils, man. It's all fake. They ain't just like with the pedophilia thing. Them guys ain't trying to stop online pedophilia, man. They're not. They stop some people to make it look like they're doing something. Then you have other man that's freelance saying, look, all I got is I've seen a man do it.